I'm Audrey Brisson, and I play Edith Piaf in the play Piaf at the Watermill, which will open this current Friday the 4th of April. So Edith Piaf was a singer, a French singer, just before, during, and a little bit after the Second World War. She is well known for her fantastic velvety voice, and the play basically is a fast overview of her career from when she was discovered up to her death. So it's very episodic.
Obviously, with your kind of own French-Canadian background, you may have kind of discovered her before maybe British people have, but when did you first kind of come across Piaf's work?
I don't remember not knowing about her, so it must have been when I was very, very young. I mean, her music, as you say, coming from a francophone place in the world, her music was on the radio, and we knew about her. Her music, maybe more than her as a person.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
And then what kind of attracted you to want to be a part of this production in particular?
So I've been wanting to play Piaf for quite some time now, for quite a few years. And when Paul Hart, the artistic director of the Watermill, contacted me last year saying that he wanted to put the show on, and would I be interested in taking part? It was a no-brainer, because it was, Piaf was up high on my list of roles that I wanted to play. She's a feisty 4'10" French singer. I'm not French, but I am 4'10", and I'm feisty as well. So.
And how do you go about finding your version of Piaf? Such, like, obviously being a real person, there's so much material we can delve into. How do you kind of find that version of your own version?
Well, I think it's about finding the things that I can relate with in my own life, and trying to make sense of her as a person based on the information that we have out there, the truth, and also the myths that she would say herself about her life, and also through the music as well, because she was such a storyteller. Every song is a world of its own, and she was fantastic at being able to portray the stories, even for an audience that didn't even understand French. So she had that talent. So it was about trying to find some of that energy, I think, in the piece, and to not impersonate her, but to try and find the things that resonated with me, and then try and make my own version of that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And like you say, the voice is very distinctive. Do you kind of approach it as kind of Audrey doing the voice? Like you say, you don't want to do an impersonation. How do you kind of work on that?
Yes, well, so Sam Kenyon, who's our music supervisor, fantastic music supervisor, and has helped me in trying to find the sound that would work best for the show. Because, as you say, I have my own distinct voice, and it's not a Piaf voice, but also how to bring the twang that is so resonant to whoever thinks of Piaf's voice. And so it was about finding a bit of that French Canadian twang, maybe that to help. And so it's to flirt with her voice rather than become the voice, if that makes sense.
That's a great little expression. That. For you, what have been the most kind of challenging aspects of creating the role, and then how have you kind of been overcoming those challenges?
Well, I think definitely the voice was one of them. But because she was such a powerful, she had such a powerful voice, and you don't want to fall in the trap of impersonating, but also you want to make sure that the voice has got the same magic as hers was, and I can't say that mine has the same magic as Piaf. That would be you know, speaking way too highly of myself. But how to try and portray that on stage, that has been a challenge, which I don't know, Mark. I don't know if I've succeeded. We'll have to see at the end of the run. But and also, not falling in the trap of impersonating. I think that was also a thing. You can't help but try at some point to kind of go, well, if I try and sound a bit more like her, or laugh a bit more like her, and then that's a trap. That's a trap where, you know, who knows where you end up, in the rabbit hole of Alice. So I think it was trying to feel strong enough that to stick with my own version. So let's see if I've overcome that fear, Mark. I don't know.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. And how do you kind of immerse yourself into that world and then also step away from it? Like when you say, obviously you're a few days away from actually opening the run, but how do you kind of immerse yourself and then step away?
Well, so I mean, ahead of rehearsal time, I did read quite a few of her biographies, or watched some documentaries about her, watch her perform, just to have a big idea of her energy, her physicality, and, you know, with regards to biographies, what's fascinating is how different they all are, and how full of myths it is. And she's got an autobiography of herself called No Regrets, and where she's got such beautiful stories, where, you know, she claims to have been literally born on the streets of Paris, and we know that she was born in a hospital. We've got records of that, but what's more interesting, Mark, is it the truth about where she was born in a hospital, or is it the dream that she saw herself being born in Paris? And I think that's what's lovely. And, you know, also creating a show at the Watermill means that you live there, so you're literally in the theatre 24 hours a day, which cannot help but you know, force you into the world. You have your usual hours of rehearsals, and then you go for dinner, and then you unofficially go back to the rehearsal room with a little drink with your friends, or your colleagues, and you kind of go, shall we just carry on rehearsing? And, you know, what do you think of that bit? Can we go through that again? And so it becomes, you know, all encompassing, and it becomes your world. So, you know, on weekends such as right now, when I do manage to come back to London, it feels important to actually step away, because sometimes that's when the work happens, right? When you stop thinking about it and you get back to it, and then you go, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Pardon me, I'm going to cough. So yes.
And then, as you say, you're back at the Watermill. I mean, you were in a little show that people may know previously at the Watermill. What's it like, kind of returning back a few years later when you've had such success there as well?
Oh, it's full of memories. It's phenomenal, because yes, it's the same theatre, but not only that, it's the same time of the year. We started, it was exactly the same slot, so it feels like the trees are you know, it's just like seeing the flowers bloom and the leaves start to grow in exactly the same, you know, schedule. It's just, you know, it's very beautiful. I sometimes have a moment of missing my fellow Amelie friends, but also so excited about this new project. And so it's kind of a mix of being in memory lane, and also just looking ahead at the future and all its possibilities, and feeling excited about that.
And how do you think the intimacy of the Watermill will help with this production in particular?
I think that she was such a powerful figure, powerful person, powerful voice and everything, and yet she was so small and intimate with all of the people in her life, especially the men, and you have that vulnerability in her, which I think a small venue enables. You know, it enables the audience to come within and to come into the story rather than us having to shout it to them. So I think that, the Watermill has that beautiful aspect. It's small, it's intimate, it's personal, I guess.
Yeah, such a beautiful venue. So,
isn't it just?
You should go just because it's incredible. Just the venue.
Yeah, but warning, you might never want to leave.
Yeah.
So be prepared because and if you have time, I would also recommend, if you have a bit of time, come early, because the walks around the Watermill are absolutely stunning. I've found myself doing like at least an hour walk every morning around. It's just beautiful. You've got alpacas, you've got deers, you've got rabbits. Oh God, it's stunning.
Well, the only time I've been, it chucked it down rain, so I can't relate. Typical. Then
yes.
could turn the tables and interview Edith Piaf herself. What kind of questions would you think you want to ask her about her life to kind of mine?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I would want to ask how I would want to ask about each story that she tells in her songs. I would want to try and get as many visual dreams as possible. I would like her to paint a picture for everything that she sees in her mind, because if you see videos of her singing, it's so astonishing. She's present, she is giving it her all, and yet if you look at her eyes, it looks like she's looking inside herself, like she's actually become the story. She's within, and I want to know what's within. What is she looking at? I think that would be my question for her.
Yeah, that's good. I may have asked you these questions before, because obviously we've spoke kind of a few minutes ago. Then for you, what was the first piece of theatre that had a big impact on your life?
Well, I mean, I might be wrong, but the one that comes to mind now, funny enough, is actually a Watermill show that I saw when I was a teenager. So I saw it on Broadway. I didn't know anything about the Watermill back then. And it was an actor-musician version of Sweeney Todd from the Watermill. And funnily enough, Sam Kenyon, who is now our music supervisor, played Tobias in that version, which again, I didn't know but I remember being completely stunned by that version, by how you could tell a story with instruments. And I'm not just saying that because I happen to be doing a show at the Watermill. Like I said, it's pure coincidence.
Yeah.
I remember being absolutely gobsmacked by that one. And also, again, I saw it in London, and then I saw it on Broadway. The London version was much better. It was Taboo when it first came out. The Boy George musical. I must have been 18, I think, when I saw that. And I remember being just in awe of the grunge, rough and ready, the in your face, people coming into the audience. I think, and both of them, I think when they have similars, it was both very, very intimate shows. And so you felt like you were with them. It wasn't a performance where you were removed and safe in your seat. You were very much sat there, enveloped by the story. Two shows that I found really, really, really beautiful.
And obviously you've enjoyed success on stage, and also you've done a bit of TV and film work. But how do you reflect on your career to date to this point?
Oh, God. I've been extremely lucky to work with the people that I've worked with, to have been trusted with the parts that I've been trusted, and to become pretty much always, maybe one exception, I've always been part in new creations. So that's been absolutely phenomenal. I love creating new shows. Obviously, when I mean new shows, like for example, I'm aware that Piaf has been done before, but this version of a recreation, a revival of the story, and yeah, I just want more of that. I want just to keep going in the storytelling world, and hope that that we carry on being able to tell stories however we want.
And slight diversion, but I didn't know you were in it, the Ruth Ellis story, till I obviously started watching it. Then obviously you popped up, and I was like, so that was so good. Such a great drama of that kind of life.
You know, I still haven't seen it. I tried the other day, and I don't know, the ITV app wasn't letting me. But yes, it was. That was great fun. It was 2 fantastic months of filming with what a stunning cast and crew it was, and they were desperately trying to hide the fact that I was pregnant. And Mark, I think we can both agree that they failed.
Yeah. It's still great. It's such a great drama. Everyone should go and watch that as well. ITV. Hope I know what they call it these days, but
Cruel, is it called A Cruel Love? Ruth Ellis, A Cruel Love. Yes.
It's superb, the whole drama.
Oh, well, there you go. I'm going to go and watch it now under your recommendation.
You should. Then for you, if you were stranded on a desert island, you can take 3 musical theatre soundtracks with you. What soundtracks are you taking with you?
From musicals?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, that is a tricky question. Okay, so I would say Phantom of the Opera, probably because of the memories that it would bring me of me listening to it when I was about 12. And I think that would have like a, I think it would be great. See, Mark, you're putting me on the spot now because I don't know many musicals. Hadestown has got a good soundtrack, hasn't it?
I think. Yes. Like I pretend I've seen it. No idea. Everyone tells me it's great, but I've still not seen it.
I saw it way back when. I saw it when it was first at the National. And you know what? I would probably have the soundtrack of the first, like the very, 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 very first R&Ds that they did back in New York, because my good friend Damon Donnell was playing Orpheus, and he's got such a beautiful voice. And I don't know. What else is out there that's fantastic? Maybe I should get like a musical that I don't know so I can discover it. You know what? I will take Hamilton, and not because I'm a big fan of Hamilton, but because when I saw it, I didn't understand any of the lyrics because where I was at, the sound was so shit. So I would like to be able to listen to it and see what the fuss is all about, and then get back to you when I come back from my island and tell you if I like it or not.
Yeah, you have to watch the film version. That's all I did. I've not seen it live just because I thought I'm not going to be able to follow it live, so I've never committed to it.
Yeah, maybe I should. So I'm not telling you my favorite musicals because you honestly put me on the spot here. So, but yeah, there you go. I think those are my temporary answers.
Good, solid choices. And then kind of, I know we've touched on a little bit of kind of reflections, but what kind of keeps you inspired to make stories and storytelling? What kind of keeps you inspired in that way?
I love being told a good story. So I think just when you tell a story, you kind of tell it to yourself at the same time. And also, since having children, I really want to keep that going and try and see how we can make better storytelling for children. Not that there's not some fantastic stuff out there, but I want more because I want my children to experience it. And to really fight for being able to tell the stories however you want to tell the stories, and to have the freedom of, freedom in the arts, Mark, I think is something that's very important. And just because ultimately we're all big children who like to play pretend. Now, I say that whenever my daughter wants to play pretend, I always struggle. You'd think I'd be better at it. So yes, I'm good at it on rehearsal time, and then when the clock stops ticking, then I'm not. But yes, just good old storytelling, Mark. I never tire of it.
Yeah. Also,
Mm.
Enormous Crocodile was also superb last year.
Oh, thank you. I had such a blast with in yeah, it was such a fun thing to see the kids in the audience and to be able to tell that story and get them engaged and get them involved. The kids are the best audience. They're completely with you.
Yes.
They don't see the puppeteer; they see the puppet, and the puppet is not a puppet. The puppet is a person or a character, and that's lovely. And yeah, and my daughter came about 4 or 5 times, and that was amazing. And then her class came, and it was just glorious to share that with them. And yeah, and also Regent's Park, what a stunning place when it's not raining.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Again, rain the day I came.
Mark, what's with you and rain?
So it's just me. Just me. Sunny today, but not.
It is. Go watch the show.
No. No. That's also kind of you ruin sausages forever for that show. Just going to put out there. You have to know the show for that reference, but you've ruined sausages forever.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Every time I think of sausages, it's to hear that song from the end.
Sizzled up like a sausage.
Exactly. So good. That's the best thing about that kind of show when it lingers. It's been a year, whatever it's been. Kind of still.
Yeah. Earworms.
They're the best.
Yes, they're the best until they're not.
Yeah, until they're there forever.
Yes.
But then to wrap everything up beautifully, go for the big sell. Why should anyone who hasn't booked yet come and see Piaf at the Watermill?
Just for everything that we've talked about already, Mark. For if for nothing else, just for the venue, come to the Watermill, come and visit this glorious little heaven of a haven, and because the show is performed by a bunch of absolutely stunning actor musicians. So if you like music, then come. If you like good storytelling, it's raunchy. It's not for young kids, so don't bring your kids to the show. But it's fun. You've got everything in this piece. That's what we were talking about yesterday in the rehearsal. Not yesterday, Saturday. You get the chance of seeing scenes of pure drama and heart wrenching, sadness, and then utter slapstick comedy at the same time. It's silly, it's beautiful, it's serious. It'll make you cry, it'll make you laugh, it'll make you question, it'll make you cringe, it'll make you practice your French. Just all everything. You get a bit of everything.
Marvelous. You are constantly a dream. The show runs from the 4th of April till 17th of May. I mean, some dates already sold out, so
is it?
Get on it quick.
Yes, because it is a small space to fill. So
yeah, it will sell out, and it deserves to because you're in it.
Oh, Mark, thank you so much.
And don't come the day I come because it will rain. So it's going to happen. But every day I come, it's going to rain.